Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the news. Before we begin, a quick look at the headlines. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma visits Shillong Medical College, meets first batch of students. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma inaugurates 47 kilowatt rooftop solar system at Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board office. Deputy Commissioner Shivansh Awasthi refutes rumours of coal mining deaths in Hanskai village. President Draupadi Murmu inaugurates development projects in Senapati, highlights PM Janman initiatives. And Mairang Officers Club concludes first inter-office carom competition. To begin our news bulletin, here are the local stories. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma today visited Shillong Medical College at the Old Pasture Institute, Laumali, and interacted with the first batch of students. Health Minister Wailat Mikishilla and senior officials were also present. Sangma expressed gratitude to former Health Minister Dr. M. Amperine Lingdor and officials for their dedication in establishing the college, calling it a historic milestone for Meghalaya. He encouraged students to set high standards as the first batch and assured full support despite challenges ahead. The visit concluded with an interactive session with faculty and students.
This opportunity that you are getting, which I'm sure you realize, nobody has got this opportunity in the past. You are the first people to get this opportunity, and you must really, and I hope and I pray and I encourage you that take use of this entire opportunity of being here. As I said, you will lay the standards down for the future generations and the future batches to come. We expect a lot from you, and yes, there will be a lot of challenges. Things are not perfect.
Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma today inspected the Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board MSPCB office in Shillong and inaugurated a 47 kilowatt grid-connected rooftop solar photovoltaic system. The system, equipped with solar panels, inverter and battery backup, will enable energy storage and promote clean energy use. Sangma praised MSPCB for leading by example in adopting renewable energy and emphasized the government's commitment to expanding clean energy across institutions. He also chaired a review meeting with officials, terming it constructive, and noted that further steps to strengthen the board's work will be discussed in January.
So we're giving a full solution and not just a piecemeal solution. And I'm happy that today in the Pollution Board office here in Shillong, we have just inaugurated this, and I hope that this will support the overall energy requirement here. And more importantly, it will send a positive message that the Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board is leading by example to ensure that they're using clean energy and motivate other organizations to also do the same.
Jayanta Hill's Deputy Commissioner Shivansh Awasthi has dismissed recent social media claims of 3 deaths in a coal mining incident at Hanskai village. Speaking to DD News, he confirmed that inquiries with the police and ground verification revealed no such incident. Local authorities, including the Block Development Officer and Superintendent of Police, investigated the matter in coordination with the village headman, but found no evidence. The DC emphasized that police teams are always deployed to verify such reports and assured that any illegal activities, if detected, will be dealt with appropriately.
Based on these reports that came in certain media outlets, we had inquired from the police department, and I wrote a letter also to Superintendent of Police to submit a report. And based on the thorough inquiry, we have found out that no such incident has taken place, and till date, as of now, there is no such actual information that certain instances like that, as has been reported, have taken place.
Deputy Commissioner of East Giant Hills, Shivansh Avasti, confirmed that all 38 students affected by food poisoning at JNV Rimbai have recovered and rejoined school. An inquiry committee report flagged hygiene lapses in the kitchen, prompting strict warning to mess staff. The temporary campus was also found to have shortages of toilets and bathrooms, with plans underway to build additional facilities through the district mineral fund. Regular health checkups and hygiene awareness activities will be introduced. The principal assured that the school will shift to the new campus only after construction is fully completed and safety is guaranteed.
I have received the report of the inquiry committee, and first positive thing is that all the students have recovered and they have joined back the school, and certain issues were flagged by the report of the inquiry committee. So based on that, strict warning will be issued to the JNV authorities and especially to the mess staff to ensure that proper hygiene and cleanliness is maintained in the kitchen. And certain facts regarding, because we know that right now JNV Rimbai is working from the temporary campus, and there is a space constraint also, especially in dormitory, and there is a lesser number of toilets and bathrooms. So the committee has recommended that more toilets and bathrooms may be created for the students.
Residents of Birni Hut and nearby villages continue to face recurrent flooding during monsoons. To address the issue, local MLA and Minister for CNRD Sosthenes Sotun, along with Deputy Commissioner Abhilash Baranwal, Umling BDO Eric Dakar and NHAI officials conducted an inspection of drainage channels and outlets today. Minister Sotun emphasized the need for action before the rainy season, noting that officials have assured construction of proper drainage systems to ease water flow. The NHAI also confirmed plans to build 2-foot overbridges at Birni Hut proper and Nongthamai 15th mile to improve pedestrian safety and enhance the highway's appearance.
Impak banwan nah kapur ba sleium. Namara dangiwan tang kapur sleium lanong indapat ba kinle ekakam te kan suki bat ginyo kendu ginyo mat kejuk kejenge nakaliang ka nakaliang ka nahai gidan lang ki engineer ke nakaliang ka nahai te maki kilai bat nglabu kejing kerpat ba kide ban pendep kamkloi agabide bat ka jingsna ka box culvert agide bat ka ban pentikna ba ka outlet kade ka flow kade ban biang namar ba ki hum pipe kimde bande ki baret kide bande ki bahek katkum ka jingwan jong ka
Indian Meteorological Department IMD will soon install a Doppler weather radar in Shillong to enhance real-time weather forecasting and severe storm warnings. IMD Shillong Chief Thangjalal Lovam announced that a new Met office will also be opened in Tura, along with a world-class meteorological observatory and exhibition center in Mausanram. Additionally, the IMD is working with the state government to set up manual observatories across all districts and blocks, strengthening Meghalaya's weather monitoring network.
We plan to office a new Met office at Tura and another world-class meteorological observatory and exhibition center at Mausanram. And we will also be tying up with the state departments, especially agriculture and other line departments, to open the manual observatories in all the districts as well as block levels in the days to come.
The Association of Power Engineers of MEECL Meghalaya held its 4th General Body meeting on Thursday, featuring a felicitation program and cultural performances. Power Minister Metba Lingdo, along with State Planning Board Chairman A.T. Mandal, attended the event. In his address, Lingdo praised the efforts of MEECL leadership in strengthening the cooperation and highlighted the engineers' commitment to service. He assured that the state's power scenario is currently stable, with no disruptions expected except during maintenance work. The minister also announced that Rs 51 crore has been received from the centre, which will help clear pending staff wages.
Minister, there are a lot of challenges as the industry is moving at a high pace with advancements like artificial intelligence and smart technologies. I assure you, my full support, and I seek and I also assure the cooperation for the welfare of the people in the corporation and also the welfare of the officers and the welfare of the consumer and the state as a whole.
UDP President Met Batlingdor today said that any MLA with grievances should raise them openly within the party platform. His remarks came amid reports that Paul Lyngdoh, upset over his cabinet removal, may consider joining the NPP. Met Batlingdor declined to comment on the speculation but highlighted the UDP's growth from 6 MLAs in 2018 to 12 in 2023, expressing confidence that the party will double its tally in the 2028 Assembly polls.
See, I have nothing to say as what people are talking outside. As far as party things is concerned, I would like to say that anything that anyone who has got any kind of grievances or any kind of feeling, they should express openly within that platform. Other political parties, well, I mean, I cannot say anything. That will be very unfair for me, because if I may, attempt to say something, perhaps will be not appropriate for me.
The Village Defence Party VDP of Mau Kerdang, in collaboration with the Village Committee, organized an awareness program today on child marriage and substance abuse, highlighting their harmful impact on youth and society. The event included sessions on laws and health guidance led by the officer in charge of Mairang Police Station, S. Karjana. On the same day, the Mau Kerdang Sports, Social and Cultural Club concluded its week-long creative week at the village playground, featuring football, races, quiz, dance and other competitions. MDC of Mau That Raishan Powell Soklat attended as chief guest, encouraging youth to showcase their talents and stressing the importance of tackling child marriage and substance abuse for a healthier community.
Sementara bagi don ki samla jongi ki badan kata ka jintip ki badan kata ka jumur ke jing perkhat an pelong ya kani ke creative week ka momot kata yau ha ka baki khon samla kin pen i ki sap ki jongi tenginge lemba kani ke jing persyang jong ka sports club nginyu i ya ki help ki badan ki jongi ya ki khon samla ki jongi makanya mi syahmat an pen i ya ki sap ki bapher ki baki don.
Minister of Food, Civil Supplies and Consumer Affairs Methodius Takhar today inaugurated the Walingdo and Risiang sub-centers in West Khasi Hills district, constructed under the PM Abhim NHM scheme at a cost of over Rs 55 lakh. Attended by local leaders, health officials and community members, the event marked a major step in strengthening healthcare in the Maushin Road constituency. The CAR announced that 11 more sub-centers are under progress, with funds also sanctioned for new facilities at Shirkon and Maumarin villages, reflecting the government's focus on improving health infrastructure in the region.
Hari ini kisnam mentasi senam asnam ngelayo berpendak kambun ki sub-center Bangira banyak sanction kambun ki sub-center ke sub-center. Kumbalong mentah Pok Maushin constituency kiran bat kini ki jong pi mentah bat jong kawak lingkok kiran kubah katway tadi ki sub-center kiba kacing tray kiran ya cakman kiran kiba ngilak dem kiran berde kiba kiran ya set kicing tray mentah bat ngit bangi lesnya hadin jong ka New Year nang yok bani play jang sakato kan ki sub-center ki berde Pok Maushin constituency.
Deputy Chief Minister and NPP State Unit General Secretary Snyao Bhalang Dahar today attended an induction ceremony at YAJR Community Hall, West Giant Hills, where 500 leaders from the VPP, UDP and Congress joined the party, representing 73 villages in the One Nartiang constituency. The event, organized by the NPP office of the constituency, drew thousands of public attendees and was graced by CEM JHADC Thombor Shiwat and other dignitaries. Dhar welcomed the new members, urging unity and collaboration ahead of the upcoming elections, stressing the message, "We are one as the NPP family."
Hanay wakamando ninyo gipaiba yung kuno si membok i bakla yung abiadawan bengkrok kan gemik kelamin kini tak kadakwa am kamtam kawan marting deman ko hakatoblis hypertuit in terms of development hajo ipor iwi kwa okerpat ia pindu mutuman mi beliung lini wakilidas warim yonga wakitu timegedang psia kenu kwa ibang plang hajo medan mau di pai kloi prai kita tak kejimut.
Now stories from the Northeast. A special investigation team SIT on Zubeen Garg case today reached the Chief Judicial Magistrate CJM court in Guwahati, Assam to present updates related to an ongoing case. The team's appearance marks a significant step in the investigation process with legal proceedings continuing under the supervision of the CJM. Divya Karki, president of the Sikkim University Students Association SUSA, has raised concerns over the recent controversy surrounding the appointment of an officer on special duty at Sikkim University. Karki highlighted student grievances and stressed the need for transparency and accountability in administrative decisions, urging the university authorities to address the matter responsible to maintain trust within the academic community. Moving on to national stories. President Draupadi Murmu today visited Senapati district of Manipur, inaugurating 6 development projects and laying foundation stones for 5 more. Key projects include a ₹25 crore model residential school, upgraded primary health centres worth ₹10 crore and Bailey bridges costing ₹11 crore. The initiatives span education, healthcare, safety and community development. Addressing the gathering, the President highlighted that under PM Janman, special efforts are being made to uplift tribal communities, especially PVTGS, ensuring dignity, security and greater participation in national progress.
The Government of India is working closely with local leaders, civil society and communities to ensure that development in the Manipur is inclusive and sustainable. The Government of India is committed to ensure that development reaches every corner of the country. The government is giving special attention to the development of remote tribal regions. In recent years, the hill districts of Manipur have benefited from focused investments in areas such as road and bridge connectivity, including national highways and rural roads, healthcare, education, drinking water and electricity supply. Livelihood programs such as skill training, SSGs and Bandhan are improving the quality of life of people. These efforts are a reflection of the government's commitment to supporting tribal communities while respecting their unique identity and traditions.
A comprehensive review meeting was chaired today with DGCA, AAI, airport operators, airlines and CISF to assess preparedness for the upcoming winter fog window. Stakeholders were directed to ensure strict compliance with SOPs, accountability and smooth coordination. Emphasis was placed on real-time data exchange, activation of war rooms and deployment of CAT 2 and 3 complaint aircraft with qualified crew. Authorities assured safe and seamless operations with timely passenger updates to minimize inconvenience and maintain clear accountability. And now stories around the globe. Thailand Thailand's Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul has received royal approval to dissolve parliament, paving the way for general elections early next year. The House of Representatives will be dissolved under a royal decree, with polls to be held within 45 to 60 days. Anutin will lead a caretaker government with limited powers during this period. The move comes amid renewed border clashes with Cambodia, which have already displaced thousands and claimed several lives. And now stories from the sports. The Mairang Officers Club successfully concluded the first Eastern West Khasi Hills District Inter-Office Carrom Board Competition 2025 at the DC Office Multipurpose Hall in Mausawa on Thursday evening. Government employees from various departments enthusiastically participated in men's and women's singles and doubles categories. Awards were presented to participants as gesture of appreciation, with the initiative aimed at encouraging officers to engage in sports and reduce time confined to office work. Now for the weather report. First, let us take a look at the weather report in Tura. Minimum temperature 15 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 23 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 60%. Moving on to Shillong, minimum temperature 9 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 20 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 44%. Meanwhile, in Jawai, minimum temperature 9 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature 20 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 45%. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jawai says dry weather is most likely to occur. Before we conclude, a recap of the headlines. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma visits Shillong Medical College, meets first batch of students. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma inaugurates 47 kilowatt rooftop solar system at Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board office. Deputy Commissioner Shivansh Avasthi refutes rumors of coal mining deaths in Thangskai village. President Draupadi Murmu inaugurates development projects in Senapati, highlights PM Janman initiatives. And Mairang Officers Club concludes first inter-office carrom competition. With that, we have come to the end of the news bulletin. For more updates, join us again tomorrow at the same time, same channel. Until then, goodbye.